I want to show you how to make this bell sleeve top. It's a real simple top. I purchased a piece of fabric and I took it and I folded in half and I folded in half. So if you take your fabric, I'm going to just take this plain piece of fabric here and you have it folded the way it came, folded and then folded. So it's 1.5 yards. So it's a folded square. You can see right here it's folded. And I ripped my fabric to make sure it's on grain. So it's ripped, that's why the edge is raggedy like that. And then I want you to take and match up all the selvages, the tightly woven edge, so then you know everything is lining up perfect. Now, this sleeve has this nice little drape that falls. So I'm going to show you how to measure that. So the first thing we want to do is we want to follow our fold line and you want to measure your hips. Your hips is that widest point, that bone, and you want to add maybe 4 inches because you don't want it to fit tight over your hips. So we have that. So mine, I gave myself 11.5 inches, so it's going to be, what, 45 inches. So, and then I put those pins there, and I have a piece of chalk, and then I can just take the ruler and join those points together. Now, I decided the drop in my arm only wanted to be, I think it's 13 inches, 14 inches, 15 inches, it depends. So from here, if I measure from my shoulder down to my waist, I want to add 2 inches. So if my waist from my shoulder measure 18, then I want this to be 20 inches. And this is going to be my waist. Because what I want to do is add elastic to it and let it draw in a little at the waist, blues on over a little bit at my waist, and then I can tie me a cute belt around my waist. So here, the same 11.5 inches I want from here to my shoulder, and then how I'm going to get my circle shape for my sleeve. I'll take the tape and pin it, and then the same measurement that I had, this is 11.5. It depends on where I want it to fall out on my arm. I'll measure from there, and then if it come out, this came out to 14 3/4, then I keep going 14 3/4, and I'll mark it and mark it and mark it all the way around so I can get that nice little drape sleeve. Now my neck, in order to get my neck opening, because this is just a one-piece top, all you have to do is sew up the side seams, hem the bottom of the sleeve, hem the bottom of the top, elastic in the waist, and then seam binding around the neck. So I don't want the opening too wide on my neck, just a scoop neck. So I measure from my center over 4 inches, from my center down 4 inches, square it, so make them come to a true square and meet, and then draw your scoop neck shape in there. Now, you can do whatever kind of neckline you want. If you like, you can do a V-neck. So on the back, I only measure down my center back 1/2 inch, and then I'm going to square that over, and then I'm going to join that with a slight curve to meet at the 4 inches. So it's going to have a slight little curve shape in there. So here, to get my waist squared straight across, all I need to measure is from the bottom back up. So here I measured my bottom. This is coming out to 7.5. So I'm going to measure here at my center front, 7.5. And then just join the 2 points together. So you'll know where your elastic is going. So this is just regular tailor's chalk. So here I will cut on my front, just the one layer, cut through the one layer on top. Remember, it's on a fold. This is the front and the back together. And here I can go through both layers right at the top. But then here's my back. So join all the lines together, make all of them intersect, and this is a slight little curve back up to my side neck. So I have my neck opening. That's my front and my back. Then this, I clipped a little bit too much. So go back and clip. I'm going to just clip it back down a little bit. Now, I purchased bias tape. So you can either take the bias tape. This is a double fold. Press it. Stitch it at whatever stitch width you like, you're using for your seam allowance. Start at the center back. Stitch it around, because this is on the bias, which means it's going to stretch. And then you take it and you turn it under and then stitch it again. And then it'll be on the inside. Or you can make your own bias tape. So I want to cut this out. I'm going to make me a little belt. So I line my ruler up and I trace this whole thing out so I can make me a little belt. But then I want to cut my sleeve. All my hot points. Now if you like, you can join these all together with the chalk and the ruler. Just make them all meet each other. Remember, this is the front and the back together. So I'm over here to my side. I'm going to pull these out. That was my shoulder. Remember my 11 and a half. That's right. So now I'm just continue this. Now you can either do a fringe seam to finish this. If you have a serger, you can use a serger to finish this. This one I'm going to do at my waist. I'm going to put a little notch there so I remember that's exactly where my elastic is going. That's a notch to let me know that's where my elastic is going. So what I would do is sew. So we're going to open it up and you can see that this is my front. You'll see the difference in the front and the back neck. And you see how the sleeve is going to fall into this nice little drape. So all you have to do is sew the side seams together up to a 1/2 inch past the sleeve and back stitch. Then you're going to have to clip on a 45-degree angle up to that stitch. And then you can either do a roll hem on the bottom of your sleeve, a serger seam on the bottom of your sleeve, and of course the binding, like I told you, around the neck. Then after you do the two sides together, make sure you mark. So we need elastic. If the elastic is just a little bit smaller than the binding. So the elastic needs to be your waist measurement. So just take it around your waist, exactly to your waist, and then overlap it just about a 1/2 inch. Use a ballpoint needle, else it's going to skip stitches, and stitch it around, slide it through there, and then lock it together. Now the bias. If I want my binding out of my same fabric, I need to find a true 45-degree angle. This is my true 45. If I line this up like this, that's my true 45. And since I have my belt mark right there, I'm just going to take my ruler. My ruler is 2 inches wide, so about 2 inches wide will suffice. And I'll mark that.
And this is for the neck binding?
This is for the neck binding. You can use this to do the waist binding also. So it'll all be the same. It's up to you if you want to do the extra work. So if I cut that on the fold and then cut the mark.
So the neck binding is going to be 2 inches?
Yep, and it's on the bottom. It's not 2 inches, it's just because we're going to fold it.
Because we're going to fold it like you would, like that,
so this is how we stitch it together. Look, we go and line these up, join them together, extend a 1/2 inch, and when you stitch it together right here, it's going to meet at that intersection and at this intersection. It looks like it's hanging over, but once you press it, they're going to line up perfect. And then you take it and fold it in half and press it, and then you stitch it on the neck. It's on the bias, so it's going to stitch and lay flat. And that's how we're going to finish the neck. And if you like, you can finish your sleeves that way. It's just up to you. It depends on how much fabric you have. But I would just do a regular roll hem. It's on my video, how to do a roll hem. Do a roll of basting stitches first, and then use that stitch and take it and fold it and use it as your guide and stitch it again. So that is a easy, cute little top. Your fabric is what's going to make it really so cute, but something plain, solid, it don't matter. It's going to look so cute. It's going to gather in the waist a little bit like that, and then I'm just going to make a little skinny belt to tie. Or else you purchase a belt, or you don't even have to wear it with a belt. Super easy, super cute. So, hope you have a great time making this easy, cute little top. And when you wear it, wait till you hear all the cute compliments you get with this cute little easy top.